It's the 23rd of May 2023 and we're back here at the Alton Towers Resorts for another Nemesis construction update. We're going to start off out here on the car park, having a look at some more supports that have arrived for Nemesis, and also as well head into the park and bring you all the latest updates there too.
We're also going to check out Nemesis Sub-Terra ahead of its reopening on Saturday the 27th of May.
It's so nice to finally have that confirmed, isn't it, by the park?
No.
Instead of the speculation, walking past, seeing like the pre-show going, testing of the ride, finally it's confirmed. It's opening this Saturday. We're going to be here to check it out and we're really looking forward to it. After 8 years being closed, that drop tower is going to be back, and in this video we'll talk a bit more about that and the actual ride experience, and of course, is it going to be different? Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I'm not too sure. I'm sure maybe they've done something different inside.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out. There's certainly been a lot of work happening these past couple of months, but yeah, we'll start off here on the car park. Let's have a look at what's been delivered these past few days. Now, it's actually been over 2 weeks now since a piece of track was installed over on the Nemesis site. However, there's been some more deliveries, especially of supports over here on the car park. And because of them deliveries that have kept coming in and no other track actually going into place, it's meant that they've been having to move a few bits around here to be able to fit everything into this section on the car parks. But yeah, you can get really close to these sections of track now. Some of them are still wrapped up just here. I mean, look at this. Right up to the fence here. Look at that. Oh, just getting this close to Nemesis, like, it is amazing to see, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. And yeah, what they've done is actually took these off the trailers now. If you remember, there was like 8 trailers all the way across with the track on and a few supports. Now it's mostly supports on the trailers over there, and they've took the track off and put these on the floor. But what they've done is actually attach these big kind of metal plates onto the bottom, just to stop it getting scratched at the bottom. And then imagine they ran out of them metal plates, and yeah, they've just used some blocks of wood just over here just to avoid it obviously being scratched on the car park. But yeah, I think that was the original plan, to kind of bolt these on, and then it's, yeah, like a bit of a framework, and of course that's how they were transported as well. And yeah, these ones obviously they've just put on the wooden kind of blocks down there. But yeah, there's loads more supports have arrived these past few days since the last update. These ones seem to have moved over here too, really chunky supports. Look at that. Obviously it's really hard to kind of work out which supports are for where, to be honest, but yeah, we'll have a closer look around there in just a moment. Some of them are really thick. I mean, look at the ones on the left of the truck there. The Phalanx truck seems to have disappeared now as well. I actually saw a delivery coming in the other day. You might have just seen the little update I did on Instagram, and yeah, that wasn't on a Phalanx truck. Yeah, I think they've took all that branding off now. It was great fun though, that. I really did like it. Yeah, look at this, really nice view of the track sections just here, and of course these supports here too. Whoa, look at these huge supports just here. Yeah, really thick, especially that one on the bottom just there. I mean, look at the thickness compared to some of them other ones, like the more thin supports at the top there. It's something that you don't always realise, isn't it, until you see a roller coaster being constructed, how supports have all got different kind of shapes, sizes, thicknesses. You don't realise, like, initially you might just think, oh, all supports are the same sort of thickness, you know, but they're not.
It depends on like different sorts of track and weight and stuff.
Yeah.
You have the chunkier ones.
How much pressure there is on the track. Like, I mean, I'm only guessing here, I don't know for facts, because obviously it's really hard to work out what's for where when it comes to supports. Tracks it's a bit easier, but when supports it's hard. But I'd say possibly these really thick ones could maybe before the vertical loop, because there's a lot of pressure there. Again, I'm only guessing at this stage based on the thickness, or possibly the part of the ride that's got the most force, which is the downward helix. But then obviously them supports wouldn't be that tall because it's quite low to the ground, that section. So yeah, maybe actually looking at these ones over here, these could possibly be for that. Another B&M rolling away in the background there, Galactica. Yeah, look at these just here. Like, these are quite low down, so these could possibly be for that downward helix here. You've got the stall turn as well, the first stall turn before the loop, possibly. The supports haven't gone in for that yet. But yeah, loads being delivered. I mean, they're all numbered up just there. Unfortunately, we haven't got a map of where each support's going to go. But yeah, fascinating. Like, they are huge. Like when you look at Charlotte just there in front of them all. There you go. Absolutely.
Massive, aren't they?
Massive. Brilliant to see. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here now, all waiting to go up. Look at this. I feel like this piece of track's been uncovered actually since the last update. They've been changing so much. Like, there's bits being uncovered, taken off trucks, all sorts. Look at that just there with the twist. Another support, like this is a really thick chunky one, but this is really low to the ground. I mean, that one there could possibly be for that downward helix. It's so hard to tell, but yeah, look at all these supports. Oh, I thought another piece was coming in there. I was getting excited, Charlotte.
Oh, no.
I thought more was coming down. Let's move over to the side so we can get past. So as you can see, they've not got loads of room here now. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be too long until we start seeing more sections going into place. They were working really fast with the support and track installation a few weeks ago, and yeah, it has slowed down a little bit now, but obviously that does depend on the foundation work, doesn't it, and how much of that is done, depending on how much track and supports they can then bring into the park and put into place. Also, a lot of those track work was done at night to avoid halting the operation as well of the monorail and also Galactica. But yeah, there's a lot going on down here, lots of trucks all parked up. But yeah, not much action taking it into the park yet, but like I say, they got all them sections, and I think it was more kind of putting them into place. They did the big publicity promotional stuff, which was fantastic.
They're obviously doing other stuff in there, and then when it goes up, there's going to be so much going up, isn't there?
I think that's the thing, it didn't take long to get them sections into place, and with how much is here, I think this could go up within a matter of 2 or 3 days potentially. So. Like, you know, over a few nights all this could go into place. So anyway, we're going to make our way now into Forbidden Valley. And just as we're making our way down to the main park entrance, just thought I'd show you this area on the car park. Yeah, this is all being blocked off up here. It's been like this for a little while now, but there's nothing actually in there. So I'm thinking, could this be possibly for when the track arrives for the vertical loop? We see that put in here, so it's nice and close ready. I mean, again, I'm only guessing here, but obviously these gates will open and they'll lift it into place from this angle, I'd imagine, because this is the access. Literally the loop's down here, and even the stall turn, which you can normally see through the trees there, and you will do again when it's back in place. Yeah, could that possibly be what's happening with that section all blocked off over there? Really interesting. Now, over the years, I've filmed many vlogs following construction projects here at Alton Towers, and yeah, Steve Foster is the company they always use for cranes. And what's quite interesting is, if you look up there on the top, they actually put a banner that says Phalanx Aerial Support Unit. I'll zoom in a bit there for you, just so that you can see that. We're getting away. Hey, there we go. Getting away from the aerial support unit. Love it. Love how we get a wave down there from the crane operator. Funny, he shouted down, he's like, love watching the videos. I felt like saying, where's the next bit of track going in? But no, I do like how they put that banner on there as well. That looks great. Just theming in the crane even.
Cool. It's something extra, isn't it?
Yeah, they've never done that before. They're putting in a lot of effort with this Nemesis project. It makes me really excited to see what they're doing to the whole area for next year. Anyway, we'll make our way now down to the park entrance. And here we are down in a very quiet Forbidden Valley. It's not got much of an atmosphere down here this year. However, 2024 is going to feel like 1994 all over again, I'd imagine. I mean, I was only 1 year old. Charlotte wasn't even born. But it's going to be a great vibe when this ride opens next year. Forbidden Valley is going to come alive. Oh, it is. Of course, it's still blocked off here, allowing for the construction to take place. But yeah, we'll head up onto the viewing platform in just a moment. But firstly, let's talk about Nemesis Sub-Terra. Now, the ride opened back in March 2012 and closed in August 2015, so it operated for like 3.5 years. It's crazy. I can't believe that's how long it operated for. I really enjoyed it, so I was quite sad when it closed. It was like a £5 million investment at the time as well, so like spending that much money for something that only lasted a few years. And of course, there's been so much speculation over the years of what's going to happen to that building. There was a scare maze in there called Project 42, that was located inside there. They kind of boxed out the ride system, and that's when we realised that actually the ride system was still in place, which is 4 ABC drop towers in a square formation, and yeah, you all sit opposite each other and then drop down. And of course, it was a really immersive experience as well, wasn't it? It was. There was a lot going on there, and it was well themed, like with all the actors. I'm hoping that the actors come back, because it really made the experience. Yeah, and all the staff on there, like the general ride staff, like really rude and so like not Alton Towers. It was great. Like, it really added to the vibe in there, something completely different. And then yeah, you went down in like a fake lift into like the central core. Lots of backstory to do with Nemesis as well, and then of course lifting back up and having to escape basically as the egg hatched, and yeah, going through like this little scare maze section. So I can't wait to see, is it going to be like 2012 Sub-Terra, or is it going to be slightly different? I mean, based on what we can see from the pre-shows that have been tested, it all looks exactly the same, but I cannot wait to find out. I'd like to hope they've made a few little changes to it to sort of help with the story in Nemesis. Yeah, definitely. But you've got to think, 8 years of that attraction being closed. I remember filming a video a couple of years ago, like a remembering video on the channel, talking about that and saying maybe it'll come back one day when the time comes that Nemesis needs the retrack. And here we are, 2023, and what I predicted has happened. I can't believe it. Like, it's crazy. You look back at that Alton Towers predictions video a couple of years ago, everything I said in there has happened. Like, it's crazy. With Alton Manor coming along, I said that, oh, I think Jewel will get rethemed. I said that this will happen, and then also mentioned about Project gets a rise and how I think there'll be an indoor coaster. So it's crazy. Either Alton Towers are looking into what I've said, or I'm psychic. I'm not too sure. But I doubt it. But still, like, I know this park really well. You know, especially working here in the past, you can kind of predict what's going to happen. It's quite easy to see that. But also, yeah, working out different things that are happening. But we all knew that Sub-Terra was going to come back. Of course, we've been talking about it like it's been confirmed for ages, but really it was only confirmed by the park like last week.
Not too long ago.
Obviously, we've got our internal sources here. We knew that it was coming back this year, and we're very pleased about it, aren't we?
I can't wait.
Really excited. And here's a little throwback. Sub-Terra actually opened with its own shop back in 2012. Unit NST stands for Nemesis Sub-Terra. Fun little fact for you. There you go.
No, I didn't know that.
Did you not? There you go. Fun fact. Yeah. Basically, I think this lasted the first year, and then it got replaced with a couple of vending machines. But this was actually a staffed shop back in 2012. Yeah, really interesting. And talking of shops, now Nemesis hasn't had a shop for a long time. It was took out many years ago. With them doing this whole project, and of course Nemesis being reborn, could we maybe see a new shop for Nemesis? If they're spending all this money, they're going to bring out new merchandise, more black and red by the looks of it. Could we see the return of a shop?
Well, you've got to think we haven't got any retail outlets down here for shops.
Yeah, it's
in
like,
the area,
obviously there used to be Air Shop, and that went for Roller Coaster Restaurant.
So surely there's got to be something.
Well, yeah, you'd think so.
Get your merch.
I think so. I think we're going to see possibly some changes down here in regards to retail, and maybe even food and beverage as well. With what they did with Coach House down by Alton Manor, all the themed kind of drinks and ice creams, maybe we'll see Coffee Lounge go more down that route, which is already existing down here, and change that into more themed Nemesis and Forbidden Valley food. But yeah, fun fact for you about Unit NST. But yeah, I'm placing it now. I think there's probably going to be a shop down here for Nemesis. It wouldn't surprise me. It's nice to finally see this confirmed, isn't it? The sign just out there at the front. This is of course the cue board, the digital sign. Facility opening the 27th of May, which is this Saturday. We do also know that Nemesis Sub-Terra has an updated logo, and yeah, you can see that over the top there. I'll zoom in a little bit for you on the height restriction board. And talking of the height restriction, it will return as 1.4. There you can see that just over there. In the last update we did like 10 days ago, they were working on the lights there. They're now flashing too. And here you can see some more work going on the exterior for Sub-Terra as well. But yeah, I'd imagine we're going to see that entrance sign back up in the next few days up here. And yeah, I did always like the entrance sign for Nemesis Sub-Terra. But yeah, that's probably going to have been painted and updated to match the updated kind of colour scheme, which of course is black and red. That's what they're going for with Nemesis. And yeah, I think, like I say, the whole of Forbidden Valley is going to have that kind of black and red colour scheme for next year.
Refresh though, so it'd be nice to see, nice and refreshing.
Definitely. And talking of fresh, here we go. They're obviously expecting this to be busy. We mentioned in the last update how they actually moved the Phalanx vehicle that was here. Well, yeah, we know now why they took that out, because obviously they've put in what's going to be an extended queue line. So what they do with these little holes, they can lift them out, and then yeah, this will turn into an extended queue line just here. Of course, that leads to the question of, is the Phalanx vehicle going to come back? I think it probably will do. It was a great piece of theming. It might just go in front of it here, or could it be parked at the side? Or maybe is it going to go somewhere else in Forbidden Valley? Or will it maybe not return until Nemesis returns next year? We don't know.
Come back, even if they just put it here, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's been painted up or something. We don't know.
We don't know what's going on with it.
Speculation. Well, maybe Saturday it'll be back out here, but it's certainly not going to be back here, or at least I doubt it, because they've put all this in for what's clearly going to be an extended queue line. I tell you what though, considering it opens Saturday, lots of work going on over there, as you can see. Look at that, all sorts is happening. It looks like in the kind of finale, what was the scare maze section.
There's a lot to do.
There is, there's lots going on. Let's have a walk up onto the observation platform. Hello. The Phalanx have gone very quiet, I've noticed. I love it. It's just great to have this attraction coming back though from Saturday. But yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, you know, quite a lot of work still going on over there by the looks of it. They've done this work here now. We mentioned in the last update how the flooring needed doing. Yeah, that's been done, and we've got this new like wooden fence panel. New speakers all installed, TVs back on the post there as well for the pre-shows. And yeah, the reason obviously why they're putting the extended queue posts out there, or where they are going to go rather, is because they've lost quite a bit of the Nemesis Sub-Terra queue line to the actual observation platform, because there was more queue line under all this. Obviously they can't use now. Baggage hold signs up there, so obviously we're probably going to see the baggage hold in use again on this attraction.
Scientific testing is in progress at this site.
And all your TVs are in, ready to go. Let's go and see if there's any changes down here. I've actually brought the camera with the really big zoom today, so I'm going to give you some zoomed in shots, because I don't think there's been any changes here, but we'll have a look. We've just got to wait for that monorail train to move first. It's blocking the view. There we go then, so the monorail has just moved out of position, and yeah, here's a look at the site from here. And yeah, I've brought the big zoom camera for you all today. Always comes out for these construction updates, so yeah, I've not brought it yet to come and get a good zoom in on the site, so yeah, I thought we'll bring it today so we can get a good look at these supports. There's no major change here since the last update, however we can get a little bit of a closer look at these supports just over here. Obviously no track being installed on those yet, but those supports are in place, and another support's got into place, which I'll show you in just a moment. And yeah, we can zoom right over to the back, so they're the foundations for the big stall turn. You can see the theming still in place up there too. All them rocks used to be one of the waterfalls back in the day. I really hope we see them return.
Delivering strength in control.
Cranes lowering that pipe down there. And yeah, it looks like they cleaned quite a bit of the old existing track up, but it's not being started to be painted yet. Some wires and cable replacement, it seems, on top. And that's the thing with this, there's also going to be a full kind of update to the operating system for Nemesis. It's not just replacing these sections of track, it's updating the kind of PLC and computer systems behind it all. Yeah, look at the lift hill. Yeah, not much else to report on from this angle, but if we come off to the right just here, then I'll have to crouch down a little bit. But luckily I brought the big zoom for you all. Here we go, so you can see one of the supports has got into place for that section, kind of underneath the exit bridge before the train makes its way into the final inversion. There it is, right there. And there are your updates from Nemesis today. Oh, lots of cleaning going on just over there outside Nemesis Sub-Terra. Oh, I love it. We've got major construction going on, it seems, off to the left, and cleaning and finishing touches around here at the front. They're all in the Phalanx uniform too. That'll be the ride staff, and I'm looking forward to seeing him there again on Saturday. Cannot wait. I really hope they're kind of doing the whole story-based acting again, because it was really good. And one final update from around here by Nemesis Sub-Terra. There's a lot of work going on. All this, we've got all the queue signage down here too. Lots happening.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to do.
Only a few days to go. About 8 years, Charlotte, to do this.
No.
But today, it's good to see it coming back. And of course, it's some more capacity for the park as well, which of course it certainly needs, because yeah, it can seat 40 people at a time. So yeah, it's nice to think there's going to be more capacity coming back to Alton Towers, ready for the summer. And just a couple of hours later, whilst we're still here at Alton Towers, we thought we'd walk past again. And as you can see, they've put the height restriction board just out the front here at the attraction entrance for Nemesis Sub-Terra. I do really like the reimagined logo there. I do kind of miss the eye that was behind it before. However, is that a sign of what's to come with the theme of the attraction? We're going to see some changes. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that big sign up here too. Well, yeah, there you go. Nemesis Sub-Terra logo and the height board in place just here. Oh, well, there we go, our final updates before Sub-Terra opens again this Saturday, 27th of May. Of course, we're going to be here. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great day.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've actually done in there.
Yeah, the year of the dart ride at Alton Towers, isn't it? With a huge transformation, of course, of Jewel into the Curse at Alton Manor. And then, yeah, Nemesis Sub-Terra. Just Hex to get back open now, really.
No, I miss Hex so much.
Oh, well, we'll talk a bit more about that. We're going to be filming a full part vlog in the next couple of days. And my mum and dad are coming to join us as special guests as well.
Oh.
So stay tuned for that coming up. But yeah, in terms of the Nemesis construction, lots more supports arrived as we saw in the updates. Lots of movement going on, which is fantastic to see. And then of course, yeah, Sub-Terra is really going to steal the limelight now. I can see why they wanted to wait from opening the Curse at Alton Manor back in March to then opening Sub-Terra.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Because if they'd have opened it all at the same time and Sub-Terra at the start of the season, it would, yeah, and they wanted that to have its limelight, and it's still going to have that because it's a fantastic attraction. But having Sub-Terra back, it's some more capacity and some some more life for Forbidden Valley. That it does feel a little bit deserted this year, doesn't it?
Definitely it does.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, we'll be back on Saturday for that. And yeah, we're going to be having some more Alton Towers content this week. Lots coming up, because obviously there's not going to be any for a while with us going on the US trip. So we're doing a full park vlog, CBeebies Land tour, and of course we'll be back for Sub-Terra as well. So 3 more Alton Towers videos on the way for you this week. But from Nemesis Sub-Terra and Nemesis, that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. We'll see you in the next video.